Good evening, everyone. Welcome to show number 45. I think when I get to 50, I'm going to take a little break and then keep going. All right, so Gene Ritchie is the featured artist tonight. Wonderful singer and mountain dulcimer player, Viper, Kentucky. And all three songs I'm doing are about coal mining. So I thought I would do a quick little glossary first. So this first song talks about John L. That refers to John L. Lewis, who is the longtime head of the United Mine Workers and fought for the rights of working people. Perry County is where Viper is, where Jean grew up. She was the youngest of 14 children, 10 of whom went to college, including her. It's also Perry County. The county seat is Hazard, and I'm sure you've heard of Hazard, the Dukes of Hazzard, and all that kind of stuff. So scrip is the coins that were given to the miners as payment that they could use at the company store to buy food and other things. Kudzu will show up in the last song as a vine, or a plant that was imported from, I believe, from Japan or Asia, that ended up kind of taking over the countryside there. Tipple is a kind of a conveyor belt that where the coal was taken from the mines and loaded into the coal cars. So, all right, the first one's called the Blue Diamond Mines, and if you look at a map of Perry County and Viper, where Jean was, the Blue Diamond north of there. So. I remember the ways in the bygone days when we was all in our prime. How us and John L. gave the old man hell down in the Blue Diamond Mines, where the whistle would blow for the root road full 2 hours before daylight, when a man done his best and he earned his good rest at $17 at night. In the mines, in the mines, in the Blue Diamond Mines, I've worked my life away. In the mines, in the mines, in the Blue Diamond Mines, oh, fall on your knees and pray. You owe but gold, taken my soul. Your dust has darkened my home, and now that I'm old, you're turning your back. Where else can an old miner go? Well, first it's big block, and then leather wood, and now it's Blue Diamond. The pits are all closed, and it's go find a job. What else can an old miner do? In the mines, in the mines, in the Blue Diamond Mines, I have worked my life away. In the mines, in the mines, in the Blue Diamond Mines, oh, fall on your knees and pray. John L. had a dream, but it's broken, it seems. Our union is letting us down. Last week they took away my hospital card, and it's why don't you leave this old town? Well, you go downtown and you hang around, and maybe it's so bad. Then you come back home, and they meet you at the door, and it's what did you bring me, Dad? In the mines, in the mines, in the Blue Diamond Mines, I have worked my life away. more time. In the mines, in the mines, in the blue diamond mines, I've worked my life away. In the mines, in the mines, in the blue diamond mines, oh, you fall on your knees and pray. Great song by the late, great Ritchie. Let's see. She lived from 19. Gosh, I forgot to write it down. I know she died in 2016, and I think she was 92 years old. So whatever that math is. So yeah. So the Blue Diamond Mines, a great song. She actually published it under a pseudonym because in her day and time, she didn't think that a song that was written by a woman would get any traction, so she used the pseudonym Than Hall. And in looking up information about her in Wikipedia, her mother's maiden name was Hall, so I think that's where she got that. Yeah, often called the mother of folk music. Jean Ritchie had an awesome influence on many, many people, and really was a connection to the old traditional ballads that came over from the British Isles that her family had collected and sung. So, all right, this next one is kind of a tragic, terrifying song about I think based on her personal experience with a strip mine that operated near her home. So, all right. Ray tells me she was born in 1922, so I believe, yeah, she lived till 2015 and was, I think, around 92 years old when she died. So, yeah. So this is a great song she wrote called Black Waters, and it's actually in the new book, and Rise Again, under Earth Care, page 42. So, I come from the mountains, Kentucky's my home, where the wild deer and the black bear so lately do. By gushing waterfalls, wildflowers dream, and through every green valley there runs a cool stream. Now there's scenes of destruction on every hand, and there's only black waters run down through my land. There's shades of destruction on every hand. Black waters run down through my land. Oh, the quail, she's a pretty bird, she sings a sweet tongue. In the roots of tall timber she nests with her young. But the hillside explodes with a dynamite's roar, and the voice of the small birds are here no more. And the hillsides come sliding so awful and grand, and the flooding black waters run over my land. Sad scenes of destruction on every hand. Black waters run over my land. In the rising of the springtime we planted our corn. In the ending of the springtime we buried a son. In the summer come a nice man saying everything's fine. My employer just requires a way to his mine. Then they tore down my mountain and covered my corn. And the grave on the hillside's a mile deeper down. And the man stands and talks with his hat in his hand, as poisonous waters run over our land. Sad scenes of destruction on every hand. Black waters run down through my land. Well, I ain't got no money and not much of a home, my own land, but my land's not my own. If I had 10 million somewhere thereabouts, I would buy Perry County and I'd run them all out. Sat down on the bank with my bait in the can and just watch the clear waters run down through my land. Well, wouldn't it be just like the old promised land? Black waters, no more in my land. Well, wouldn't it be just like the old promised land? Black waters, no more in my land. She ends it on a hopeful note. In the promised land, it'll be like the promised land if you could go out there with your bait and your hook and enjoy the clear waters like they're supposed to be. So unfortunately, this song was written in 1967, and as we know, it has just repeated itself over and over again with the mountaintop removal and strip mining and environmental devastation that has happened in the whole region of Appalachia, from Kentucky to West Virginia to Tennessee, etc. So, all right, one more song. This is one that we do in Hootenanny, and kind of goes out to Prentice here. The L and N don't stop here anymore. When I did my little glossary at the beginning, I forgot to mention, of course, L and N refers to Louisville and Nashville. So, of course, Kentucky and Tennessee. It turns out that when I looked up some details about that they actually expanded to, I don't know, something like 15 states, and it was a huge railroad system. And sure enough, there was a spur that went through into Perry County and right into Hazard, and Jean knows what she's writing about when she writes this song. So I of course learned this from Michelle Shocked, when she was a big thing, and that was on her album. Else, I don't know when I would have heard it. Lots of other great versions. Johnny Cash has done it, and I think Kathy Mattea and lots of other folks. So I'm hoping you'll sing along to the L and N Don't Stop Here Anymore. So, yeah. When I was a curly-headed baby, my daddy sat me down upon his knee and said, "Son, you go to school and learn your letters. Don't be a dusty miner like me. For I was born and raised in the mouth of the Hazard Holler. Coal cars rumbling, rolling past my door. Now they stand in a rusty row empty, and the L and N doesn't stop here anymore." I used to think my daddy was a black man with script enough to buy the company store. But now he goes downtown with empty pockets, and his face as white as the February snow. I was born and raised in the mouth of the Hazard Holler. Coal cars rambling past my door, and now they stand in a rusty row empty, 'cause the L and N doesn't stop here anymore. Last night I dreamed I went down to the office to get my payday like I done before. Them kudzu vines were covered up the doorway, and the trees and grass, well, flowers growing through the floor. I was born and raised in the mouth of Hazard Holler. Coal cars rumbling, rambling past my door. But now they stand in a rusty row empty, 'cause the L and N doesn't stop here anymore. I learned to love the coal dust. Never thought I'd pray to hear the tipple roll. But Lord, I wish that grass would turn to money. Them greenbacks fill my pockets once more. I was born and raised in the mouth of the hazard holler. Coal cars rumbling past my door. Now I stand in a rusty row all empty, 'cause the yelling doesn't stop here anymore. I was born and raised in the mouth of the hazard holler. Coal cars rumbling door. Now I stand in a rusty row all empty, 'cause the yelling doesn't stop here anymore. All right, song, The Louisville and Nashville Railroad, written by Ritchie under the pseudonym of Than Hall. Great musician that we lost just a few years ago. So what else to say about her? She was a virtuoso on the mountain dulcimer, also known as the lap dulcimer, as opposed to the dulcimer, totally different instrument. All right, what else to say about her? Mother of folk music, wonderful performer, and a great songwriter. All right, who's coming up next? Gosh, I'm doing Ralph Stanley. Yeah, so if you he had a thing with "Oh Brother, Where Art Thou?" and gonna do 3 of his wonderful songs. Of course, Angel Band and Man of Constant Sorrow. And geez, there's one more. What could it be? Gosh, you'll just have to show up in Saturday night and find out. So thanks a ton for listening. I love y'all. It's doing this, and I hope you're enjoying it. And gonna keep going at least up to number 50, and then maybe take a little short break. Thank you.